Okay, warm up is 100 jumping jacks, 50 high knees, 50 butt kickers, 20 squats, and 10 push-ups.
Is the 50 both
100,
side?
50, 50 total.
Okay.
100, 50, 50, 20, 10. Go. Twenty squats, 10 push-ups. Right, neck rotations. Other way. Up and down. Side to side. Ear to shoulder. Shoulder circles. backwards. Cross chest. Over your head. Right. From here, go into downward dog. Right leg up, through, right arm up. Left arm down, or right arm down, left arm up. Both arms down, back knee down, straighten the front leg, reach forward. Come back up, pull that leg in front of you, scoop the back leg back, both arms overhead. Both arms down, reaching forward. Untangle yourself back into downward dog. Left leg up and through. Left arm up. Left arm down, right arm up. Both arms down, back knee down, straighten the front leg, reach forward. Come back up, fold that leg in front of you, scoop back leg back, both arms overhead. Both arms down, reaching forward. Entangle yourself back into downward dog. Both knees down for frog. Stretch forward for cobra. Go over your right shoulder. Left shoulder. Sit back into child's pose. From here, right arm underneath left arm. Left hand on top of right hand. Switch sides. Back to center with the child's pose. Reach over to the right. Reach over to the left. And time. All right, start off with hip escape, regular forearm hand. All right, next, bridge, hip escape, scissor kick, forward roll. All right, next, Slow back roll to the frog jumps. All right, next. Hey-hos with 3 triangles at each end. All right, time. Okay, get water, get your dummies. We will do something. All right. So let's start with the 3 Kimuras that we did on Wednesday. So we're going to start from north-south. We're going to do here north-south. Let's start with both elbows in the armpits here. And then we're up, right? And up. Sorry. Here. You're here. You're going to put one leg down. Either, well, on a dummy, it's easy. I'm going to put my shin on the arm. That's not going to work on a real person. You're probably going to end up with your knee against their shoulder here. This arm goes and does the overhook, underhook thing here. I'm going to put my hand at the hip. This leg's going to come in and I'm going to pull them up and I'm going to support their back with my leg. If this leg is not already on the arm, I go over the arm. If it's not available, I just won't get it. But right now I have my shin over the other arm. Get the regular Kimura. The second Kimura is if they're holding on to their lapel. I'm going to put them back on their back here. I'm going to put my hip against their head. This hand is not going to hold on to the wrist anymore. I'm going to put my elbow where their wrist is. Here. I'm going to put this hand on my shoulder or whatever I can grab there. They might break their grip here just because it's so tight at this point. If they do, you can just do the regular Kimura. But I grab my shoulder or my deltoid. This hand is going to grab at my elbow. I'm going to clasp here, and then I'm going to make sure that my hip is lower here. So I'm going to, this knee is going to go up, my hip is kind of on the ground by their neck, and I'm going to put this elbow up, and they're either going to tap from a Kimura or they're going to tap from a forearm slicer because it's so tight. So that's the second one. The third one is if they're still holding on to their belt or whatever here. So this was my normal grip, right? Hand on the wrist, hand on my wrist. So this one I'm going to go move my hand and cup the back. This hand is going to either be at the button, let's say bicep. Here, I'm going to turn, I'm going to put my foot up, make sure that's digging into the back of their neck. The other leg is light. I'm going to put my weight on that leg, and whatever I'm holding onto here, that leg comes around, that will not pop out. And I'm going to block, or I'm going to replace where my hand was with my leg. I'm going to sit back, and then I'm going to finish that Kimura. Yeah? The 3 Kimuras from north-south. Go. All right, time. Let's do 2 chokes from there. One of them is more from side control. You started off with side control, but let's do the regular north-south choke first. So regular north-south choke or regular north-south, I actually wouldn't be quite in the center like this unless I'm just trying to control them. I'm digging my head in and coming in here. But most of the time I'm at an angle. So I'm like slightly off here. I have my hip on the shoulder here, right? So for the choke that we're gonna do, the one arm's gonna go underneath, and I'm going to, that's a little bit earlier here. I'm going to scoot my butt towards their head so that it makes it really uncomfortable for them. And they're trying to turn their head back into me, which gives me a little bit of room to play with, put my hand underneath, right? Because they're like trying to scoot their head out. So first, scoot butt towards head, capitalize, get arm underneath. Next, this hand, I'm going to pin their arm towards their body so that they can't try to stop me or whatever. Here, and then I'm going to use me pinning their arm against their body to scoot myself down and down so that my lat is now at the side of their neck, and I'm still pinning this arm towards their body. Even if they're trying to move it around, I'm going to cup at their shoulder and just keep pushing. Then I'm going to put my head on the ground, and then I'm going to do a clock choke. So I'm going to scoot, 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 and do the clock choke. So I start up here, use my butt to move their head. This arm goes around and underneath their head. And right now I'm actually putting my hand on my stomach so that I have a place to put my hand, I guess. That feels like it's tight. Here, pin hand, scoot down, make sure my lat is on their neck, their head, put my head down, and then walk, 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 whatever that is. The other one doesn't start from north-south. Usually starts from side control, and it could start potentially from north-south, but it's just hard to get. So in side control, I'm going to dig this hand underneath and grab the middle of the lapel. So I can get it from north-south, but I have to dig my hand in like this, which is a little weird, but it is possible to get it from there. So let's say I'm getting it from north-south. Here, going overhook, lifting their head up or arm up, or body up, get that center of the lapel. Now I'm going to scoop my hand to the lapel here, thumb in. I'm going to put my elbow to the ground, and then I'm going to walk, whatever, do that choke. So again, it's weird to get it from north-south, but you can. You just have to dig your arm underneath. There's more maneuvering around in try to get it from north-south, but if you get it from side control, it's here. Get it underneath the arm, underneath the armpit, back of the lapel, thumb at the front of the lapel, all the way down, elbow to the ground, and then I'm going to clock choke a little bit. Usually they'll tap as soon as you're coming down, like that. Yeah, 2 chokes. Both chokes, go. All right, time. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. We're gonna go into the dars. So which way is best for this? So say I'm here and I'm trying to get this Kimura. For some reason, well, not for some reason, they're going to capitalize on me trying to get the Kimura because I don't have like good control of their arm or something. They're going to get this hand and they're going to underhook. So now they've underhooked, and I don't have a Kimura because I can't get this arm. They're underhooking me. They're trying to get to their knees. So since they're underhooking, I'm going to underhook them back, but deeper. So I'm going to go all the way. They're getting the underhook. I'm going to go all the way past their armpit, past their chest, and drop my shoulder down to the side of their neck. Get that Dars lock. And then you finish the Dars this way. You finish the Dars not lying down and just get it here. But you're gonna get the Dars. This side. So here, I'm trying to get the Kimura, and they're capitalizing by getting the underhook. I'm going to dive that arm deeper and get that on the other side of their neck. Lock up the Dars, scoot it on over, and finish the Dars. Either on my hip or not on my hip. Yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. But okay. 10. Okay, we're gonna do the last one. Okay, last one is actually really fun, I think, because I actually hit it on Sarah the other day because I thought it was cool. But so usually you're here in like north, south, whatever, and like a lot of guardy people will put their legs up and like sometimes they'll try to get their heels into your armpit and like try to get you off, or they'll try to put their knees in somewhere and try to get you or whatever. Anyway, guardy people. So from here, when they start doing that, I'm just going to jump my shins over their arm here, however I can, right? So then I'm sitting on their chest and I pin their arms. And from here I can finish the toe hold. Toe hold is my pinky is up at the top of the toes and I'm collapsing the toes in from here and I'm pushing the toes towards the so on my own foot. I am putting my pinky at the top. My palm, base of my palm is on the big toe because the base of my palm is stronger. Put that on the big toe, like really grab on, like collapse the toes in. Like you don't want to just fold, you want to collapse the toes in. It'll make it easier to control the entire foot. And then you, and then just put your hand towards the butt. Yeah. So Sarah's defense to this was because she knew it was coming because we had just worked on it. She'll put her foot flat on the ground so you can't get the toe hold, right? But you're in a dominant position here. So just, you can transition out of it and get something else. But yeah, go. Any questions actually? Okay, great. You look confused, Amy.
I'm always confused, just trying to visualize it.
Okay, cool. Do it on your own foot. It'll make sense if you try it on your own foot. For the toe hold, it actually helps if you like fall to the side where you're holding the leg. I just didn't do it because it really, you can't get it here. Yeah, and then put that towards the butt. You have more leverage on that side. Does that make sense, Jen? I see you looking into.
If you fall to the side, where is your feet relative to their body? Is it just like draped over the body?
Yeah, so the pretty much draped over the body. It's sort of like if you were going for a knee bar, but you're too far there. So here right now, I'm just over the chest and I grab the toes, but I really can't like finish here. A lot of the time they'll be too strong, so I can come on a real person. I would come here, scoot closer to the hips and fall to the side to try to get that toe hold. And if they straighten their leg, I would get the knee bar. All right, time. We are gonna do the end of the workout with our dummies, so keep your dummies. We're just gonna do a wrap, like basically we're doing 4 things and we're just gonna do the 4 instead of an 8 thing. So we're gonna get the dummy in our guard. We're gonna do the lapel choke. Make sure you do a crunch at the top, right? So lapel choke, crunch. Then we're gonna do the bridge over, just bridge up, don't bridge over. So that one's a bridge, and then we're gonna do the triangle, and then we're gonna do the arm bar hip up. So we're gonna get the arm bar position and then just hip up. You need to see any of those. No? Cool. Make it up as we go along. Okay, we're only gonna do 1 set of those, so just the 4, and I will set the timer. We're starting with the chunks. Chunk crunch. All right, next is the bridge. So we're just bridging here. X is a triangle. Next is the arm bar hip up. We should do more of those. It's really annoying with the dummy, and I feel like that's more realistic than like anything. And that's the end. So